Hey guys, Zeb here, and I'm going to come at you today with another value-packed video. And today's video is going to be about how to attract customers to your business. All right, so let's get on with the video. This is probably one of the most important skills to master when running a business. Probably the most asked question for beginners, right? How do I attract customers to my business? It's like really complex question because it's very important but very hard, right? I know I struggled with this at the beginning and I still do to this day, and I know there's others out there struggling every day also. So I just wanted to put this out here so maybe it'll help someone that hears this, maybe you'll get a nugget. So, like I said, it's probably the most important skill to master in business, right? So, look, I'm a bottom line type of person. I thrive on results. So, the one question I always ask myself regarding this is how much of an impact am I having on others, right? So, am I impacting people? Am I doing it daily? Am I doing it monthly? Can I keep the impact going, et cetera, et cetera? So there's two things I want you to focus on daily, and these two things are how many people on a daily basis are my products, services, and content impacting. So you think about this on a daily basis thing, right? So okay, I impacted this person today, but will I impact them tomorrow and going forward? So it's very important to continue to expand that impact, right? Number two, bottom line, what are my sales? Period, right? These two things I constantly look at, right? So how many people am I impacting on a daily basis and what are my sales? Because ultimately, this is what's going to increase my sales profitability and impact on the world. All right, so with that being said, there's two key things here, right? How to seamlessly attract more customers to your business. What are how do we do that? One, you want to be someone that people follow, right? So you got to become that person that people follow. And you don't have to be an extroverted, loud person to be a highly charismatic, I can't even say the word, right? Charismatic leader, all right? So if if you're not extroverted and you're introverted, that's perfectly okay because guess what? I'm introverted, and I feel like I'm a charismatic person. I'm never the loudest person in the room, but I'm not scared to talk and I'm not scared to share my feelings with others, right? So the reason I'm bringing this up is because many of us particularly struggle with this, right? We all constantly compare ourselves to others, which is like the worst thing to do, but it's so hard not to, right? Because you may be doing the same thing as Joe over here, and Joe's having success, and you're not. You're comparing yourself, and you get hung up on this comparison between yourself and Joe when you really just need to focus on yourself, right? Because people, believe it or not, are attracted to personalities. So you must just focus on your personality, right? One thing that I've noticed growing up is always the loudest person in the room usually gets the most attention, right? You go to a party, there's a loud person or loud person at the bar. He's always got people around him, and I always struggled with that because I was like, maybe I got to be the loudest person to get people to notice me. So I would do it, and I'd feel awkward because that wasn't my personality type, right? I'm an introvert. So you just got to find your unique capabilities, your strengths, and your personality. And once you embrace your true self like that, you'll start finding a huge shift in your life, your happiness, and ultimately your business success, right? So that's why we're here. So ultimate question here. How do you become someone that people want to follow, right? And here's what it boils down to. You need to be a leader. No doubt you need to become a leader. And three things that will help you become a successful leader are certainty, polarity, and that you show people a brand new day. So I'm going to explain all three of these things real quick so it'll give you kind of an idea of what they are. So let's first talk about certainty. Whatever market niche you're in, it doesn't matter. You just got to know and be certain about that niche or market. You got to know who your target customer is. Who are you focusing on right here, right? So you you got to be certain about how the product or service you are putting into the marketplace is actually helping people, or is it offering a solution. You got to be certain about that, right? How much do you believe in it? How, are you confident in your product or service? Because people can tell when they see a leader, right? They see a confident, passionate person, and that confident and passionate personality or charisma that you're showing helps you sell that product or service that you're passionate about, right? So just remember that certainty attracts people, right? Are you certain about your product that you're promoting? All right. So if you're not really, then think about that, because it's a huge element in being a powerful leader and attracting people into your business. So if you're not really certain about your product, then you may want to step back and ask yourself, do you believe in this product or service, or are you just trying to do it to make the money? Because if you're in it for the money, then you're not going to be successful. I tell you right now, you have to be a believer and certain about what you're speaking about. All right, because people recognize that right off the bat. They call BS quicker than nowadays than any other time in the world in history. Second, let's talk about clarity. You need to stand for something in your business, right? People love this trait. Uh, if you try to appeal to everyone, you'll appeal to no one, and that's a pretty cool saying right there, right? So if you try to appeal to everyone, you will appeal to no one. For example, you could stand for action, results, and getting things done, impact and ambition or lifestyle. But what if you're lazy? What if you keep coming up with excuses and complaining and things like that? And that's stuff that people recognize, right? So you got to have polarity. You got to stand for getting results, action, massive action, getting things done, and impact and ambition. You got to focus on your lifestyle, right? So you do not want to be lazy, come up with excuses, or complain, because people call you out quick when you start acting like that, because that's just a negative space, right? Who wants to hang out with people that constantly complain or make up excuses of why they couldn't do this? Right? I all the time hear the excuse of, you know, I, I can't come up with $100. Of course you can, but you just don't want to because you're lazy, right? So it comes down to that type of person. So that is polarity, right? You have to stand for something. So think about that. So third thing is we want to talk about what is your brand new day, right? So that's a confusing question. What does that even mean? What is that you're helping people in your target market solve, right? So what are you trying to help the people in your target market solve with the product or service that you're selling, right? So what is the problem that they have today that you're able to solve with your product or service? And what will the brand new day look like to them after that problem's solved? That's the big question, right? So, okay, I sold this product to Mary, but will Mary really be impacted tomorrow about that, right? So you have to make sure that's what people want and to know ultimately, right? So are you really impacting my day tomorrow? And it comes back to the impacting, right? Okay, so the second thing I want to talk about here is choose one sales technique and master it, right? So finding people online in any business today is a commodity. And I say this because there's about 3 billion people online today, right? So you can just about find customers for any niche, if not every niche online. They're out there. There's tons of people out there. They just got to be sold to, right? So most people have the hardest time on how to get started. And I talk about this all the time is start. Just go out there and start and take massive action and you will become successful. It may take some time. Some people get lucky and hit it off right on the very first for example, some people might put a video on YouTube and the first video just goes viral. That's a not normal, right? That's an anomaly. But people get hung up on that kind of stuff because they want instant gratification. They want to be, you know, they want to be able to make money tomorrow without spending a dime or putting in any work. But in reality, it takes work and it takes time to become successful. Just remember, simplicity always wins, right? So keep it as simple as possible. And we want to keep our stuff, keep everything simple, right? The process is so simple, and we make it complicated. All right. So there are many different advertising channels online, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest, LinkedIn, etc., etc., etc. What I want you to think about is, what are your 2 top channels where your customers hang out the most online? All right. So this is very important. You want to kind of like narrow down, okay, these are my top 2 channels, whether it's Facebook and YouTube, right? Or Instagram and YouTube, or Instagram and Facebook. Now, out of those 2 channels, just pick one. Make sure you pick one that resonates with you, because with the most people today, if you pick something that's not resonating with you, then people are going to recognize it, and you're not going to feel comfortable, so you're not going to feel like doing it, and it's going to affect your business, right? So narrow down those 2 picks, and then pick the one that resonates with you the most. All right. Are you a writer, or do you like video? And at the end of the day, your one sales or marketing technique will boil down to this. All right. Where do my customers hang out? The speed at which you want to grow, and how much time do you actually want to allocate to your sales and marketing process? That's very important. Number 4, alignment with your personality type. That's very important. You're right. You can hit the first 3, but if you're not aligned with your personality type, then you're going to clash, because you're not targeting people that are similar to yourself. Are you an introvert that likes to be behind the scenes, or are you an extrovert that likes putting things out there? You just got to become a huge believer that your personality type, it is so important that you're a believer of your personality type. And not many people talk about this because it's a complex thing, right? So how do I even do that? You just got to understand your personality and how you can attract customers with that personality. All right. It's important to align your business, specifically your sales and marketing, to your technique, your unique strengths, and the ways of operating your unique talents. That's pretty much it, right? So hopefully you found some value out of some of the stuff I spoke about, and hopefully my rambling didn't go all over the place, because sometimes I have a tendency to do that. But hopefully it made sense, and hopefully you pick something up out of this. All right. So that's it today, peeps. Peace. Remember, my goal here is to help you figure this shit out. It's complex, right? So if I can do that by putting out a daily video, and you just hear 5 seconds of it, and you're like, wow, that I need to focus on that. That is true. Then I'm putting the value out there that I want to, right? So I hope it provided value for you. And if it did, please remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and give me some comments. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, would like to see in the future videos, because I do read my comments and I do reply, and I like to see what others think about what I'm saying, or do you want to critique me a little bit? I'm always up for improving myself, and that's the reason I'm doing these videos, right? So I plan on getting better and better and better, but you have to first start. All right, guys. Peace out, and I'll see you on the next video.